The question of how a business leader can bring meaning to the workplace and to the people that work under him, for him, through him, is a very important question. And I think one of the most important things is for that business leader to see that that work really matters to God, and to see the place that work, the primary place that work has in God's plan. From the very beginning of creation, God told Adam and Eve that they were to develop the earth, to bring it to full flower in Genesis 27 and 28. And business is the way God intended for that to happen. What's the purpose of business and biblically? And I think that's an important thing that business leaders really need to understand. Business is organizing the resources, the human resources, the human potential that is here on planet Earth, and the resources of the planet, so that three things happen. Number one, that products and services are created that help the community and people served flourish. Secondly, it's to provide meaningful employment and work for people that allows them to express their giftedness and to experience the joy of doing what God gifted them to do. Again, whether they understand it or not, whether they see those gifts or not, those gifts came from God. And when we employ those gifts, we flourish emotionally and spiritually many times. And the third thing, which sometimes Christians have a little struggle with, is that there's an economic value and purpose for work as well, and that is to actually create wealth out of the earth for all of the stakeholders, not just for the employer or the business leader, but for the employees and the community as well. And this was God's intent, that we come together, work together to take the earth and produce something wonderful out of this earth. And business leaders really need to understand that's what they're about here. And take a look at their work. Is it good work? Is it meeting legitimate human needs? And if so, are they doing it for the glory of God? Those are kind of the big top-level questions that a business leader needs to ask. Now, how he does that business ethically is obviously very important. The Bible is full of instructions about ethical standards that glorify God versus not glorify God, for example. The Proverbs is full of passages about unjust ways, about telling the truth to people in your business. It's also, there's a tremendous amount of scripture that talks about how businesses should treat their people as well. Colossians chapter 4, verse 1 says, masters, the business owner, treat those who work for you with justice and fairness, because you know you've got a master over you. In other words, that business owner is really a steward of all the resources in that business and all the human potential that he's got, he has working for him. And for that business owner to understand and see that he is a steward is a very, very important thing. This isn't just for him. This isn't just about his ego. This is not about making a name for himself. It's not about becoming rich. It's not about acquiring possessions. All those things are fine, but ultimately, work and business is about glorifying God and about creating atmospheres and products that cause humans to flourish. That's what work and business is really all about.